Okay, it's a windy, cold day out here, but I am short on time and I want to show you how to get into your frunk and how to access either the HEPA air filter if you have a Model S and X on Tesla, although this is similar for Model 3, or also the 12-volt battery, which is down in here. We need to take the frunk apart, so let's start right now. And I'm keeping the car cover on just to keep it interesting. Who else does this in videos, huh? Otherwise, it's just the same old, same old. All right, so pop it open. And there's my mess. I gotta get all this stuff out of here first. All right, now you can see I got everything out. It's nice and clean in there. Actually, I got this mat I need to take out too. And look, all this crap was in here. All this stuff. You didn't even know that much could fit in there, did you? And this is the most important thing to make sure you never lose. This goes to pull your vehicle out, to winch it out. I think there's some kind of something that comes off the bumper on the front, lower. Maybe it's that. I don't think it's that one. I think it's that one maybe. And just screws in, and you can attach a winch to it and pull you out if you get stuck. You got to make sure you know where this thing is. All right, so take this mat out. This has not been removed since the car was new. Oh, it's gonna be dirty. And it's pretty clean in there. Clean as it could be. Now we got to start by pulling this weather stripping off and these plastic panels. We need to do both of these. Well, actually, let's get this one off first. This is what's used to access the battery, and I've got videos on this. And if you need to do a jump start ever, that's the negative terminal right down there, you see? Right down there. And then the positive terminal for jump starting, it shows you the picture right there, is right here. This is it. Let's get to work getting this stuff off. This weather stripping somehow, there we go, lifts it up, see? Then it peels off all the way around. Let's get this piece out of the way. Put it with the floor mat. All the rest of the crap. I wonder how much that stuff weighs. And we can take this off for now. Just make sure you put it back on. That's the fuse box there, and see, this just kind of peels the whole thing. Hopefully it goes on as easy as it comes off. I'm gonna line it up so I know exactly which way it goes when I put it on the ground. Hopefully that's pretty obvious. All right, so then we've got this big gap around here. We've got these pieces of plastic. Which one do I get first? And lift up. Oops, see, it's held in my clips, and they come off fairly easily. Yep. Make sure that doesn't leak. 1, 2, and then 3. Alright, everything's off of this. 3 pieces. So then we've got this felt liner in here, right? And this felt liner is going to come out. Yeah, and oh, there's lights in here, you see? I'm not sure if we disconnect these at the connectors, or if we can push them through. Let me see if we can. It'd be easier than disconnecting them at the connectors. Yeah, there we go. See, you pop out and just kind of feed them through so that we don't have to take off the electrical connection. Does it work? Is that going to work? Requires a little bit of finesse. Let me try with 2 hands. All right, that's definitely a 2-hand job, but see, I got it through. 2 hands. Take your time. Then pull this out, and here's your skeleton of bolts. All these bolts have to come off. Every single one of them. And the way this is laid out, there's a fuse box. You can jump start, cut the power. And also underneath of here is the 12-volt battery somewhere, and the HEPA filter. Air kind of circulates around here because there's no engine with exhaust or anything. It can circulate around through the grill, makes its way back here, and then goes through this HEPA filter. If you have it, you can always retrofit. It's like the lungs of your vehicle into your car. It really cleans it well. So let's get started, figure out what size these are, and start taking these apart. Well, one of the things I had in this pile of junk is a socket set, so I hope that one of these things works. Right size. One of these has got to be the right size, right? All right, well, it turns out it's a 10 millimeter. We'll get the ratchet out and we'll start loosening these things with the 10 millimeter. To make it somewhat easier, I'm going to put this extension on. Whoops, and then I have to have this converter because this back of this is small. And then put them all together, it'll work. Here's what it looks like all together, ready to go. That's lefty loosey, righty tighty. You want to go counterclockwise. You got to switch this ratcheting thing around if it's the wrong direction. Yeah, I'm making this video for anybody who's never used tools before. You can still do this. It's not that difficult. There, see, it loosens up right away and actually stops ratcheting. It's so loose you can just do it with your fingers and just go from one to the next. Just keep doing all these until we've got them all done. A time-saving tip is once you got it loose, just go ahead, loosen them all first, and then just stick this extension on and just spin it with your fingers. So much faster than trying to do it just with your fingers only. When you use that, you can kind of get the momentum going, spin it off, go to the next one. All right, now that seems like it took forever and a day. I will tell you that everything looks to be the same. Every single bolt that came out here looks to be identical, even though some of them are hard to remove. Like this one over here, this actually, you can see how off-center this thing is. That was really hard. It was kind of binding in there, I think. But some of them were easy, some were hard, but they're all out. Let's see. Okay, you got to put these lights in here so we don't break them off when we pull the plastic out. This is another two-hand job. Let me do this with two hands. All right, well, this time I'm finding it easier to disconnect. Other than that, if I don't disconnect, I don't have to force it. It's easy enough to disconnect. There's just a little tab here, you see? You push down, and then after you do that, you pull out. Push down, pull out. Two-hand job. Ah! Okay, there we go. Tuck this wire in so it doesn't get ripped off when you pull this hard plastic liner out. Okay, get both of them in like that. Then we pull up and let's see. Look, there we go. Rise up. Oh, this might be a two-hand job. Uh-oh. Hope we don't lose any of these things. All right, we're out of here. Yeah, that was definitely a two-hand job to get out of there. And let's see. Oh, look at that. Yeah, now this is a dirty filter. They told me you can wait like 3 or 4 years. I think it's 3. I've got 2.5 years and over 110,000 miles on here. Plus I do car camping. So look, the lungs of my car are officially dirty. So that's an easy way to change that out. Now where is the 12-volt battery? There it is. See, 12-volt battery is right there, right behind here. Actually, when I pull this out, we'll probably be able to see the 12-volt battery. So this is how you get into your 12-volt battery and how you change out your HEPA air filter. I don't know why else you'd want to get in here, but those are the two main reasons. All right, for changing out the air filter, we're going to pull that off anyway because we want to see the battery. You got to pull it off. Here is the new one. I want to see how it attaches. It looks like it just slides right in there. But here, there's some attachment points right here. I wonder if it's bolted down. And let's look at the color difference there. Yeah, that's a lot different color difference. Let's bring it over here. That's nice and white, and that's not. And there are these holes, but they don't attach to anything apparently. I guess we just pull it out because back here there is nothing. It just slides into place. So from the design perspective, you can see that the air comes in from the air intake here. The little grill type of a thing it has flows around that tub, and so it filters out a lot of crap before it even gets here. Then it filters again with the HEPA filter. And let's see if this comes right off. Oh, there we go. Oh, this feels a lot heavier. My gosh, it is loaded down with dirt. And there's the battery. There's everything. The internals. Cool. Yeah, this thing, it's black on the back, I think, because it's got all the charcoal, activated charcoal. That's not going to look any different. But the front. Let me put these side by side. compare with the new one. Look at that. Black and white. Here, let me put one on top of the other. That way you can see it in the same angle of light. Yeah, look at that. That is 2.5 years and 110,000 miles. Actually, a little more than 2.5 years. I would change it out after 100,000 miles. That's my recommendation. Don't worry about the years. 100K is all you're going to get. And of course, there's a filter on the inside too, which is very, very hard to access. This is actually simple and easy to access compared to the one on the inside, which only does minor filtering of dust in the air that's in the cabin. Also, if you look carefully at the how lined up and straight these folds are, and compare that to here, look, this thing is, they're totally messed up. There's bugs in there, there's pieces of paper, things that work their way around, anything but straight. If you guys have changed yours out, how often do you change yours on a mileage thing? If not, forget time. I don't think time matters. I think mileage really matters here. And car camping, if you got car camping, definitely no more than 100,000 miles. Well, while we're in here, this is like a, what is this, 50-50 coolant? I guess it's like battery coolant, right? Yeah, it's what they use to circulate through the battery. This is air conditioner compressor, I think. Down here would be the motor. And I can't really see any half shafts or anything. It's all kind of hidden out of view. This is the frame. Definitely looks like a regular frame, more than a unibody. Maybe it is a unibody. I don't know. Let me know if you guys know that. But it's supposed to be aluminum, isn't it? I think so. Yeah. Anything else interesting in here? Because we're about ready to close up. Well, here's the headlight stuff. I have LED headlights, but I guess they have replaceable LEDs on them. Gotta be able to replace them somehow. There's a reservoir for the washer wiper fluid. That's about it. So hopefully you learned something by watching this. Let's put the air filter in and close it back up. Alright, so the new air filter should just pop into place. It's got like a little O-ring around there. Whoop, I don't want to push too hard on that. Seems like it connects in there. And that's all you got to do. And basically, you know, if you ever want to, like I said, there's the battery, but it's just hard to get to. You got to take all the stuff out to get to the battery, and then you got to take it out of its cage. That's going to be the hard part if you ever have to do that. But reverse, put it back, is the reverse of the way we took it out. Alright, so reverse order of removal. I recommend putting all these in my hand. You have to kind of change some things, move it around. It's not an exact fit. You got to finesse it, and then after you've gotten them all hand tightened, make sure you switch this thing around, because you got to go the opposite way. If you're going lefty loosey, righty tight, you're going right clockwise tighten. This is a basic video. Anybody can follow my instructions, right? So sometimes it goes, just for a while. You use your hand, and all of a sudden, then you have to tighten it there. And don't put too much torque on this. Just enough, like that. For each one. That's good enough. Okay, now all the bolts are snug without being too tight. Last check on tightness here. Then we're ready for the next step, which is this liner goes in. I'm going to use this as an opportunity just to dump everything out in here. Now the only thing you need to watch out is these two wires. Oh, the lights, oops, lights are underneath. Grab those lights out, put them in here, and then see those two wires. There's one right there, and the other one right here. So make sure you don't bury them and lose them when you're tucking this thing back in there. It just slides right into place. And the only thing you got to do is pull those wires through gently. Okay, there we go. There's one. Where's the other one? Oh, right here. Let's push it through there. Okay. then we can plug these lights in easy enough and pop them right back into place. See if I can do that with one hand. Let's see. I think it'll do. I think it'll go. Yeah, right there. Perfect. And then we put the extra wire, tuck it in, and this should go right in there. Good. Same thing for this one. Same thing. All right, they're both in. And if you have one of these floor mats, now's a good time to put that in. Floor mat for your frunk. Then these pieces, starting up with this is the most important, covering up all the fuses. There. Okay. Then your 3 plastic pieces. I think this one goes in first. And so you get clips on the back, they'll line up automatically because you got this lip here that has, the next piece goes on top. So this one will go in first. Just kind of line it up. There we go. That's one. Let's get this one. I'm just going to show you all this so you feel confident being able to do this. It's not difficult at all. Like I said, if you're removing this to get the air filter or the battery, either one, or putting it back for that, but the air filter in the car is actually harder to get in and out than doing all this. There's a spot, see, it goes right over top of that. Make sure all the clips get in place. Don't hit it too hard, just light tapping. Okay, line this up. See that this lines up almost on its own. Almost nothing you need to do here. You don't need to pay $195 an hour if you're just having your air filter changed out. Well, I don't know what they charge. Let me know what the labor cost is for the air filter or for the battery, or both, and the parts for that. And if you get them done at the same time, let me know about that. Just curious. All right, now weather stripping next, because that other part goes on top of the weather stripping, so weather stripping is next. And I left it in this shape so I remember how it goes. Shake off the dirt. All right, it still is in that shape, which is good. This is the top corner, see, and then this is the other corner. Just kind of lay it how it goes, and it also should kind of fall into place, right, as to how it, make sure don't push it all down at once, you know, don't get too antsy here. Just like with all this stuff, you want to take your time, line it up first. Sometimes you have to give it a little bit of finesse. All the stuff is like that. Sometimes you have a little bubble like that. I don't know what that's from. But then when you feel confident about this, and only once you've got all the things in, then you start pushing it down. And why isn't that not going down? Oh, you got to tuck. I think you have to tuck this underneath. That's what I'm not doing. And I've never put one of these on before. This is all brand new. Okay. I'm gonna need 2 hands for this, I think. Let me put the camera down, and what you can see is there's a gap there. Yeah, it all goes underneath this. The weather stripping covers it. All right, weather stripping is now in. The only tricks I had to do was like here, this whole thing seemed to kind of mush down. I had to push it back up. I had to physically push it up so that the felt here goes underneath this lip on the weather stripping, and that's true all around. And with the felt to go underneath the lip, and of course there's a little bump I have. And some of that doesn't look too perfect, but you want to get it, make sure this is all seated right so you don't have any leaks in your frunk. Okay, that's gonna be one of the most important things. Push it down on the back to seal it, and then check on the front, make sure everything's lined up right. It's the rubber is over top of the felt, and then you should be good to go. And then that last part is the one we've done so many times. This just goes back in. Nice. Alright, if you like this video, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the thumbs up and the bell for notifications. We'll see you in the next video.